Okay.
Welcome to the rice pudding project.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Carolina Cortesi.
Yes.
Okay, see, I'm fantastic. See. Whereabouts in Italy are you from?
I'm from Bologna. It's close to.
No.
I always say from Bologna because people, when I say Forlì, nobody knows that. So I'm just saying I'm from Bologna. It's a 1 hour, a city close to Bologna.
I always fly into Bologna.
Ah, yeah? Why?
Yeah, because
How
I go to see my uncle I say Ancona, same thing. I say Ancona because nobody knows Osimo Stazione.
Yeah,
Osimo
exactly.
Stazione
Me
is
neither,
near
I know.
Osimo. Yeah, it's near Osimo, which is near Ancona, and
Yeah.
then Bologna is I just go to Bologna and go
And
straight
go
down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it's a beautiful
Love
city.
it.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
beautiful area in general.
Inventor of spaghetti bolognese.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
yes.
many things, many foods.
Many foods.
Lasagna,
From Bologna?
piadina romagnola. Well, yeah, they have the sauce, the ragu, that
Yeah.
is special from our
That's from Bologna?
region.
That's from the region.
I think so. I don't consider myself super Italian.
No?
Because,
Why?
well, I was telling you before, I left when I was 16.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't drink wine. I don't drink alcohol in general. I never
drink
eat
wine?
pasta. Yeah.
You don't eat pasta.
I don't never eat actually pizza. I rarely drink coffee. So yeah, they should just take my passports.
100% they should give you a passport back.
Right?
So, okay. So what do you eat? Well, no, like how?
What do you
How do you not eat pasta and pizza?
I don't know. I just got used to really try to be, let's say, healthy.
Yeah.
And I think I just lost the taste for it, and I don't like to spend too much time in cooking. So in general, what I do is just cook the same thing for like 2 months, and then I get fed up, and then I change something else to cook. But easy cooking.
But you can cook. You can know how to cook or not?
I mean,
really?
yeah, if I like really focus myself, like
Yeah.
for my boyfriend, for example, I made
Yeah.
him gnocchi, I made him
Okay.
tagliatelle, I made
Okay.
him lasagna. So
Yeah.
I can cook,
Yeah.
but I would never cook like for myself, and I would never spend 3 hours cooking.
No, but I don't think I don't know anybody who likes to cook 3 hours for themselves. It's more, when you cook, it's
Right?
for
Yes,
for
for
someone
others.
else to share.
Yeah, exactly.
So the eating healthy, is that because of your career as a dancer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like since well, I started to dance when I was 3 years old.
3 years old.
Yeah.
Did you study in ballet or how does it work? How it work?
Well, when you're 3 years old, you're not really like dancing. You're
Yeah.
just playing,
Yeah.
exploring the space and the movement of your body. It's not really like dancing. But I started to like. My mom enrolled me in the dance course when I was 3 years old, and then I never stopped since then. So.
Was it more your mom pushing you to do it, or you started to just love it and you just wanted to always go back?
No, it was because my mom, she just wanted me and my sister, I have a bigger sister, to do something like to move our body. So first we started with gymnastic, but then we both didn't really love it. And then we went together in the course in dance. And eventually my sister, she dropped dance. Me, I continued. Not because I loved it, like not I was not obsessed. I was never obsessed about dance. Just I liked the challenge. I was very competitive, and I really wanted to learn how to do that step, So I love the challenge of like really being able to understand how to move my body in that way. But I was never like, oh, I want to become a ballerina when I'm older.
Okay.
Never, and it was never like this.
It was never, but you became a ballerina.
Yeah,
you are a
eventually.
ballerina. Would you consider? Is it? I'm really bad with these
Don't
things.
worry,
so just
don't worry.
but are you a ballerina, or is it modern dance, or is it a combination of both?
I'm actually both. So I worked in both ballet company, and I work as well in contemporary companies.
So you're classically trained.
And,
Is that what?
and yeah, classically and contemporary trained, especially because the last formation I did in London is ballet and contemporary. So I am 50-50 trained in this. Yeah.
So you did this from the age of 3. So like 16, you moved to another school
London.
to London.
Yeah.
Where did you go to school in London?
It's called the Rambert School of Ballet and Contemporary Dance. Is in Richmond, close to Richmond.
Oh yeah,
side.
south.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's very nice area, and it was like BA Hons.
Okay.
Of arts, so related to the
Your
university
degree
course.
in-
Yeah, so I have a degree, everything.
Okay.
3 years, and then I graduated, and then I found a job as a soloist in Pilsen Ballet. Then from there, Pilsen Ballet is in Pilsen, Czech Republic, close to Prague.
What's a soloist? Sorry, what does
Soloist is like we have rankings in
Yeah.
the companies.
Yeah.
Depending how big is the company, you have more rankings. But in this company where I got soloist, they had the corps de ballet, and then they had soloist. So it was like the highest ranking that you could get. And yeah, it was actually quite surprising for me because I was only 18, 19, and I got immediately soloist, so it was like a lot of pressure on me.
So you're like the star from the beginning of.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider myself a star, but yeah,
But that, like, yeah.
but I was at the top of the ranking. So
Okay.
yeah, so in I started already like with big roles and
Yeah.
stuff like this.
And this was in Czech Republic.
This was in Czech Republic. I stayed
Okay.
there 2 years. Yeah.
And then from there,
Helsinki. I went in Helsinki in Finnish National Ballet. I stayed there 1 year. Then
Okay.
it happened COVID, so it was like a lot of mess up. COVID messed up everything up.
yeah.
And yeah, I decided that Finland was not really my place, to
They're
be
cold?
honest. Cold but dark. It's
Yeah,
dark.
it's 23 hours of the year. It gets dark in the winter, huh?
Not 23 hours is not that much, but you like it's like at 10 a.m. is like pitch black, and then when it's 4 p.m. is again pitch black. So you have just basically like 4 5 hours of light.
And if you're in the studio training,
And if
you
you're in
miss it.
exactly, so this was for me it was not really the best moment. Then I got injured, so yeah, I was not in the best.
What type of injury did you get?
I partially broke my ligament in my right foot. Actually, it was very stupid. I was on stage
Yeah.
and I was doing a very stupid step, like something that you will never get injured. Like you think, maybe when she does turns on point,
Yeah.
or jumps. No,
Yeah.
it was a really stupid step, and I just put my foot wrong. But I think my mind was at the time was not really connected with my body at all. I was very very lost in that period of my life. So I think that's why this injury happened. I'm like this. Always think that things happen for a reason, and especially when there is not like connection within all of the parts of yourself, your physical self, your mental self, your spiritual self, your energetic self, then something happens. Like your whole system forces you to stop and look inside.
Okay.
So I really think about this. Well, I'm also a yoga teacher, so then that's why I directed my path also towards this. But yeah, I was not in a good
How long were you out for?
out.
Yeah, like how long were you injured for the recovery?
I was out like 2 months and a half, but the worst thing it was that I just got chosen to do a very important part. Was not main part, but was like just below the main part of this very very important show.
What was the show?
Was what is it called? Was Carmen? Yeah, it was Carmen.
Oh, Carmen.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
Carmen.
Okay.
And I was like Micaela, so I was the girlfriend of the guy that then Carmen will be with.
Yeah. The jilted lover.
So that cheated with her basically.
Yeah.
So I was how we say in Italian, la cornuta. But so I had this part. The choreographer, the choreographer came and they really chose me, and he was a big choreographer. And it was like my chance to show what I could do, and then I got injured, and this changed a lot on how I think I started to like work more with myself, because before dance was like center of my life.
Yeah.
We had a psychologist, kind of psychology physios in Finnish National Ballet, and he asked me when I was injured. He asked me, draw, like represent who are you, like represent what is you and the things that are in your life. Try to create like a little diagram to represent this, and like I put dance in the middle, and then connected to dance it was like my family, my lifestyle, my body. And he was like, this is not super good. It should be in the middle, should be you, that's it. Not dance. Dance is, of course, is an aspect of your life, is your work, is your passion, but it's not you.
That doesn't define you.
It doesn't define me. So everything for me was around dance,
Yeah.
So this injury, the COVID, really, honestly, was bad, but thank God, like it came in my life because made me change a lot the way I think, made me mature enough. Yeah,
Okay.
a lot.
I find injuries are very, it tests your character a lot.
Yeah.
Because you can really, like, I'm always admiring professional athletes or dancers, anyone in professional who needs their body for their life.
Yeah.
Because, or for their livelihood. Because once you get injured, and I've been injured before, and it's okay for me, like if I'm injured, when I'm running,
Yeah,
it doesn't affect me.
really affect your.
Yeah, it's just,
yeah.
oh, it's uncomfortable. I pulled my hamstring. I can't really sit properly, or I
Yeah.
can't, but it doesn't affect my work day to day. It
Yeah.
doesn't affect my livelihood. But when you depend on it,
Yeah.
it really is something. It's a testament to people who how they work their mindset to stay strong, to stay to concentrate on the recovery and to come back. Because some of them, knee injuries, shoulder injuries, like we were saying, it has a huge effect on people, and it
Yeah.
takes a long time to bounce back, and it can really put people into a dark hole.
Yeah, exactly. Even if you think that you are strong, like for example, my boyfriend, he had an injury 1 year ago. He broke a little bit his bone of the foot, so he needed to be out from the show because he does dives from 20 meter. He's
From where? 20 meter?
20 meter he dives from 20 meter into the pool, but at 20 meter when you dive,
It's
the
hard.
pool
It's
is
like
very hard. Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, he couldn't do anything. He couldn't do his flips, his jump. Like, so he was out of the show for actually 2 months or something, or even more. And he's a very positive guy. Like, he's a very chill guy. Like, he has like, his work is not the center of his life. But even him, that like I really saw him as a strong, independent, chill. Still, even him, he went a little bit down. So really, it's a moment where it's very important because it makes you as well start to really respect your body, learn how to respect your body, and learn that you need to respect time. Because me, like, I am very determined. When I want something now. So I try to do my best in order to get it now. But the body is natural, is nature. Nature, you cannot force nature. So the body has to heal in its own time. You cannot rush time, if not, it doesn't heal.
Yeah.
So this for me was driving me crazy when I had my injury. I was like, I was really pissed.
If you rush it, you're just going to hurt yourself more, and then you're out for longer. But you
And
don't
then you
think
prolong
like that.
it as well. Yeah.
But then there's that balance of, you can be too relaxed and not do enough to get back, and then you also can take even longer to even longer to get back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you were growing up and you were in following your dream, like I say, dreams of being a dancer, and what were your inspirations? Who was your inspiration? Was it your sister that you looked up to, your mother, or was it a certain dancer? Or who were your inspirations?
Funny enough, nobody.
Nobody.
No, me, I
No
was...
famous dancers. Nobody like I want to be like this person.
I
or anything
never,
like that?
somehow, I had a dance friend
Yeah.
that she was like this type of person. So she had like her dancers that she was really looking up, and she was like a super fan of this dancer, and she was forcing me to watch ballets in the television. Many times we were watching, and I was sleeping all the time because I was telling her, I want to be on stage doing this. I don't care to watch someone doing it. I want to be there, Yes, so I never really said to myself, oh, I want to be her so much. I never really compared. I never really had myself comparing to other people, even in my classmates. I never compared myself. I just wanted to be the best that I could be, and this, I'm happy about it because I was never jealous. I was never I never really wanted.
You weren't competitive with your other.
I was competitive with myself,
Not with your classmates, because it's a very competitive.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like you said, there's only like one soloist, right? And then understudy, and then everybody wants to get that position, and
Of
then you have to learn
course.
that you're not going to be the person at the top, and you're going to end up being second or third, and nothing wrong with that because it's still. Those people who are chosen are still many of the few from many, many, many people who have tried.
Yeah, of
but
course.
then you're not at the top.
Yeah, exactly. For me, it was not really a matter to like have the part in order to show everyone that I was the best. Never. Like, for me, it was just I really want to be my best. I want to keep on learning in my career, in my life. And so I was always like really really very demanding with myself, and this was also my bad side, because is a pro, but everything is a pros and cons, whatever in your life. So yes, somehow I never had like someone that I was like, oh, I really want to be like her. Of course, I had people that I liked, maybe the way they dance, but nobody that I was fixated to, you know. I always admired different people, the way they moved, and to take something from everyone, like even in my class we were very different. Like there were some super strong ballet dancers, super strong contemporary dancer, super strong hip-hop dancers, and improvisation, that they had great improvisation skills. And thanks to my school, Rambert, I really could understand this mentality even more, that to be versatile, to be able to take from everyone around you and see their good side and bad side as well, could make you learn, and you could grow even more by observing people and learning from them, So it was more, I wanted to learn from others than compete with them.
But that's a very mature mentality to have at a young age.
Yeah.
Because kids become, they always see what someone else has, and they want to have it.
Yeah.
How did you think that came about? Was it something your mom instilled in you, your father instilled in you, or just something like your teachers were not overly aggressive or competitive?
I don't know for sure. I mean, for sure, my parents, they helped me. They helped me always to maybe to direct me towards this mentality, but maybe also as well having a older sister, like, helped me to get inspired to people instead of being jealous. She was the one jealous of me because I was the little one,
Yeah.
Maybe that's why, if I look very back. But I was always like this. Even in school, I was always like trying my best, and I really demanded always a lot from myself.
Okay.
Not to be the best, but just I wanted to like be good for myself, to make, of course, my parents happy. But I was never competitive towards others. If I Me, when I get actually when I was more little, that I was doing competition, I used to hate competition.
What kind of competition?
Like we have in dance, we have like a competition.
Oh,
So
okay.
when you are in the company, when you are old and you are in the company, you don't have competition. You are just creating the show and showing the show, like you see here in Dubai. But when you're young, that maybe you need to get into a company, or you want to go into a better and more famous school, there is competition where you basically can apply. You prepare like a little solo, 3 minutes, and we have numbers on us, and you go in the stage, the music starts, and you need to do your solo, and then they give you a score. And then if you win money, or you win maybe like possibility to go to study with acclaimed teachers. But me, I always hated this. It gave me always so much pressure to like being on stage and to be evaluated and put a number on my artistry, because what I do is not like gymnast, dance is an art, so it's very hard for me to give a score to someone. So I always hated to go to competition and to try to be the best. Me, I never want to try to be the best. I want to try to be my best. And then I'm happy. If I'm my best, but then I am, I don't know, 11th in the rankings, I don't care. Like, I did my best and I'm happy,
It's a very peaceful way of, content way of thinking.
Yeah, I'm happy of this.
Okay. No, it's knowing yourself.
Yeah.
So you don't, yeah.
But why I say this is because also, like me, even now sometimes, like, I had a huge stage fright, like huge.
How? You're on stage 6 times a week? You do 2-hour performances every time, right?
10.
10 times a week.
10 times a week.
And
we
how
do the
much?
show. No, but I tell you, look, I could do, like, some days,
Yeah.
like most of the days, I can do the show with my eyes closed. I don't
Yeah.
even need to think about the steps, of course, because
Yeah.
I do 10 times a week, but I don't even need to think about, like sometimes I don't need to be like super present even. Like I could really do the show with eyes closed and I can do no problem. No, I'm not excited at all. Like I'm happy, of course, to be on stage, but it's not that my heart is like
You don't
this,
have any
you know.
anxiety or anything?
But maybe sometimes I don't know. There is my parents in the audience, or I know that there is a person that I really esteem in the audience that is looking,
Yeah.
and it's like I do the show for the first time,
Really?
and I really need to calm my nerve down. It's
you-
so weird.
I mean, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow. But I mean, how do you feel being on stage? Because I mean, at the beginning, you're like you don't like. I know you like don't like the competition.
Yeah.
But how did you feel about because you're in front of thousands of people at a
Yeah.
time? How does that feel being there? Because they are all there. Not okay. I don't want to say they're all there, but the show is named after your character. You are the character, so they're coming to see
Yeah.
you. Per se, you are the star of the show. How does that make you feel at times?
I mean, of course, I'm always excited to, especially because the show starts, the real show, because we have a pre-show and there is the real show. The real show starts with me opening the door, so it's like super like plain, me light on spot of me, and I'm like ah, but like what I think helps me is to really first, couple of things. First, to really just fully immerse myself in the story, and this always helped me to release a little bit of the nerves of being on stage. This is why I didn't like competition, because competition is just like you go in, you do your solo, and you go out. There is no story, there is no experience that is proposed. It's not like a full show that has a story, that
There's no
has
connection
something.
almost.
There is no connection. It's just you. Okay, we give a little score. That's it. So to immerse myself in the character is really helping me to like calm down, and also to think about that there are all of these people that came to watch our show, make me like feeling super proud, of course, of what we present, and of course as well. I want to give my best for them to be able to really experience our world, and also to thank them that they are still coming to the theater. They are coming, now with cinema, with Netflix, with social media. People are trapped in their phone, in their screen. They are not used to anymore, unfortunately, to go to live performances.
Yeah, which is a shame. Because
Yeah.
I've seen the performance and it's amazing.
Yeah, this for me, every live performance, even if it's not good quality, is good, because you are creating a connection with the person on stage, with the person that propose your art to you live.
Yeah.
You feel the vibration of the music. You feel you really feel the energy of the person that is performing. So for me, it's like a really magical experience to be in a theater or to be just around a live performer.
Yeah, because I mean, with your one, Pearl, there's the character, the funny character with the hat, and he goes around and play the joke, the funny.
The king is
The
called.
king.
Yeah.
Like even if you watch the show on TV, if it
Yeah.
was filmed, you wouldn't be able to get the same connection and
Yeah,
feeling as you
of
have when
course.
you're an audience member and you're running around and he pops around here, he pops out there, and he goes and speaks to someone, and
Yeah.
you're wondering, is he coming towards me? And then you're always like looking around from in the audience, finding him somewhere.
Yeah.
And those kind of things you don't get that by watching it, like you said, on your phone or any tablet, any kind of screen.
Yeah.
Whereas being there, it's just a different experience.
Yeah.
If you get some people get sprayed with water, and
Yeah, of
it's just,
course.
yeah.
There is the experience of like the vibration of the music,
The motorbikes.
the motorbikes.
Yeah, you don't feel that,
the-
and you feel that the tension and the fear. You're like, oh my god, like, and the whole time.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also like when it rains, there is the part of the rains,
Yeah.
and the audience feels like the
Yeah.
water or the little steam
Yeah.
in their
Yeah.
in their skin. It's just something that is live. Is like me. I'm here with you. I'm not watching you by the screen. It's
Yeah.
a different feeling,
Yeah.
So yeah, it's I'm really thankful for the people that come still to see our show, and this makes me really feel responsible of what I propose to them, and what I'm proposing, and what I'm bringing to stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
When it comes to music, what's your like favorite? Are you a fan of classical music? Was that something you grew up with, or you have a different style, jazz, or
No, I think I became more fan of classical music when I got a little bit older. Like when I was very, very young, maybe because I was relating it to my training, so I was like, I was not really appreciating so much. But then when I started to be 16, I really started to fall in love, and I love classical music. I love instrumentals, and in general, everything that as I don't like too much pop or rock, no, like, but in general, I love music. So any style is interesting. If it's made good, I will appreciate it. I love jazz. Yeah, I really love all the, but mainly yeah, classical. I love Billie Eilish. I love Billie Eilish. I just love her. She's amazing. Some songs that she makes are really touching my heart. But I I do this thing in Spotify that I create playlist each month, and I've been doing this since 2019, and I love it because every time I just want to reconnect with my older self. I just listen to older
All the time.
playlists,
Yeah.
that what I was listening in May 2021, for example,
Yeah.
and then I get like it's crazy. It's like a portal that brings me back to the past, and
interesting.
it's so cool. It's so cool. My friend, he suggested me to do that, and then I started to do it, and every month I do it, and it's amazing. Like for me, music is so powerful. Of course, I'm a dancer, so
Yeah.
but it's so like it's such a powerful tool. It really is something that make you just brings you to a different level.
Do you, I mean, as part of your work, but do you use it for training as well, besides, because, I mean, you do 10 performances a week,
Yeah.
and that must keep you very fit. But do you have to do other exercise or workouts to keep your body in shape for the performances?
Well, to be honest, for me, like I don't feel that the show is physically like hard. Like it's
Okay.
not for me very hard, the show, maybe because now I got really used to it. So I feel that I need, of course, to take care of my body, especially in a controlled environment. Because when we are performing, for me, I don't want to use this as a workout, because I'm performing, I'm giving to someone else, I'm not receiving. So I shouldn't.
It's just to say, the average person, if they did 10 shows a week, 2 hours a show, that's 20 hours. That's more than enough for a month of exercise. So they would use it as a workout.
But
Like,
no,
done.
for me is I don't want to use this as a workout because like
Okay.
I'm not really like focusing on I shouldn't focus on myself. I
Okay.
should focus on my character. I
Yeah.
should focus on giving to someone else
Okay.
and the relationship I have with my colleagues on stage. So for me, it's not about me, the show.
Okay.
Um,
So what's a workout for you?
so, well, me, I don't like to use the word workout. Maybe
Okay.
if you would have interviewed me 2 years ago, I would have said
You're gonna hate my
yes.
Instagram because I've been logging every workout. I say workout 100 of the year, workout
No, but
120,
this is okay.
and
Like
I
if
literally
it's
say
no,
that.
but look, if this is works for you, that's okay. But me and now I'm starting to become more like, I was telling you that
In
I'm
yoga
a
now.
yoga, yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
yogi.
Yoga.
So for me, I don't like to think about working out my body, but connecting with my body. So when every day I do my asana practice, my let's say yoga practice, my breathing technique practice, my little meditation, and this for me is the time that I take care of my body in under a controlled and very focused way. But of course, I also do my Erengin training. So I don't know if you saw my
No.
videos.
Is that the hair thing?
Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to ask about that because that for me, and I saw it and I said, did I not remember the show properly? Because that was not in the
No, it
show.
was not in the show. It was
Okay,
not
for
in the
people who
show.
don't know, Carolina, like they connect her hair to something. I don't know what, but like her hair, and she's like spinning around in the air,
In the
right? You're
air.
just like spinning and spinning, but like how your neck? Sorry, but like if it was Mike Tyson, I'd understand because he has a big neck. But you have a small. Like, does that not hurt your neck?
I
Or
love how enthusiastic you are about
yeah, because I
this.
see it and I think to myself, like, I don't have much hair as it is, and it would just come out. But like, how are you doing that?
Okay, so long story short, I'm a dancer, right?
Yeah.
So I never knew anything about circus in general. So even when I applied for this job, I didn't know who Franco Dragone was. I never went to see a Cirque du Soleil show or a circus
Never,
show.
nothing.
Nothing. I was just looking for a job, and then I applied for this job without knowing anything.
So they didn't even find you. You applied for this job.
I applied. Yeah, I applied. I
Okay.
was in Facebook, just chilling. I saw this. I was like, okay, I send, and then I receive. They were interested. I do the audition. They accept me, and I was like, okay, let's fly to Dubai. So I arrived here, and then I started to really start to get to know the world of circus. So it happened that a friend of mine, she wanted me to choreograph a piece and she was doing air hanging. So she wanted me to choreograph an act that she was creating on air hanging. And I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. I never saw something like this. And I was like, I don't know how to choreograph because like, I don't know how it feels, I don't know how your body can move. So, and I said to her, maybe I will try to learn and so I can help you better. But I was not interested in really doing it because I found it like when I first saw it, I was a bit disgusted. I have to be honest.
It reminded me of the trolls. Remember those little kids?
Of the trolls.
The hair.
Yes.
Yeah, like I was like,
Yes.
how? Okay, sorry, I just but yeah.
And well, then I learned it, and I learned because basically their hair are knotted in a very special way, and they are all braided around a ring made of like steel iron. And yes, so I learned how to do this knot, and I started to like feel this new sensation of being basically hanging by my hair. Took a little while to hang, but then when I first started to hang, like I felt something that I never experienced, like you are floating in the air and you can move your body as freely as you can spin around, it basically took my dancing into the air. So it was a new elevation for me as a dancer, I
Yeah.
don't see, yeah, I am an air hanger, but I want to define myself still like dancer dancing in the air, So neck.
Yeah, doesn't it hurt the neck?
It doesn't. You need to have a strong neck, first
Yeah.
of all, because what is happening is that you are basically, your whole body weight is supported by your spine.
Yeah.
So you need to have a lot of upper body strength, shoulders, neck. But me, I naturally have this because I was always like quite strong in my neck in general since I was a kid. And also with yoga, I used to do 5 minutes headstand. So I would just stand in my head for 5 minutes. So I naturally built the strength. So I didn't really need to do a lot of strengthening exercises. But the first times that I was hanging, I must say that my neck was hurting a little bit because, you need to reassess your whole spine because the spine is being pulled.
Yeah, doesn't it like crack or anything? Like you don't need to see a chiropractor.
No, I don't need to see a chiropractor. Sometimes it cracks if the person that is pulling me pulls me very abruptly, and I feel that because I have this like bounce, my whole spine cracks.
Wait a minute, what do you mean by somebody? So okay,
So someone is pulling me
like on a pulley.
on a pulley. Yeah, we have a pulley system in the studio.
So you connect this. You put your hair in a braid.
Yeah.
You put it into the loop into the ring.
Into the ring, and then the ring is connected to a carabiner.
Yeah.
And then it's connected to a rope that is then connected to a pulley system. So in order for me to lift up, I need to ask someone, hey, can you lift me up? So this person pulls, and then by pulling, I go up.
And how far off the ground are you normally?
Depends how much I want. I can be 3-5 meters even. Yeah. Right now we are building a act in La Perle. Hopefully it's gonna come soon. So in there, I can even be 20 meters up, just hanging by my head.
Yeah, you just hang in there, and then, and so then you have to, because you move around. So
Yeah.
how do you start to? Is it just momentum? You just start to swing.
Yeah, it depends what I wanna do. Usually, if I wanna spin very fast, I first start on the ground. I start to create force, and then I get lifted up, and then I spin very fast.
While you're spinning.
Yes. Yes.
Don't you? It's like a stupid question, but like, don't you get like dizzy?
Funny enough, no, I don't. Because usually, in dance,
Yeah.
when we do our spins, we need to, there is a technique that we use. It's called spotting. So you need to look at something and then you keep on looking, and then you look back very fast. So you need to keep on looking at something, and this doesn't make you spin dizzy. But when we spin in haranguing, like I go super fast.
Yeah.
Like
You're-
yeah, but I don't look at anything. Like I just don't look at anything. But somehow I don't get.
But you close your eyes, or you?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no, depending like how I feel.
I do jujitsu, and like I'm a beginner, but we do. You do a forward roll to warm up, and when I do 3 forward rolls, by the end of it, I'm like, oh, okay, a little bit dizzy, and then I walk back and we do it again, and like it's
Because you are moving, you're moving.
yeah.
So what I would suggest you to do next time that you do it, try to focus on something, and when you turn, try to look back at it very fast. Yes, so your eyes have something to look. Because me, I stay on the same place, and it's a little bit easier for me to not get dizzy. Yeah, like when I spin very fast, my capillaries, they break in my hands. Like I get a kind of cramp. It's very painful. Like because, you have the centrifugal force that pushes the blood out. And when I spin super fast, like you can see red dots in my hands and arms because the capillary broke. And now you're asking me why you want to be in pain.
I mean, it's. I mean, yeah. That's, I know my questions are just more stupid. Like, that, don't you worried about your hair breaking or?
I mean, the hair, from what I've been taught as well from my teacher,
Yeah.
the hair are super strong.
Not mine.
Not yours.
Mine's not. Maybe it's different in Italy, but not mine. Like mine.
No, but of course, if you don't have any problem that you lose your hair naturally, your hair are super strong. I could technically hold another person, while
By the hair.
by hanging by my hair. I could hold another person. I could probably even hold you. Yeah, it's true. I just need to practice and understand this other level of pain because it's painful. But after a while that you train, is becoming a sensation, just a sensation that that your mind understands, and then it goes away. It's like dancing in point shoes. At first, it's painful, but then your mind just record. Okay, this is the sensation. We don't worry about it.
See, that's another thing again. So you're doing the hair, which I think is like, so from top to toe, tipped, it's just painful to me because I've seen, again, people don't understand how hard that is as a ballerina, as a dancer, what the body goes through. But I've seen, everyone's seen the photograph, right, on Instagram, 1 foot in a shoe, one foot without. Yeah, because you don't see the effort that that ballerinas or dancers go to, and it's.
Well, you just need to think about the more graceful and easy something looks and the harder it is. Because if you think about it, as dancer, we need always to look effortless, that everything is effortless, is light, is beautiful and graceful. But this requires so much work because there is gravity. And gravity makes everything hard. So it's very hard to like, the more graceful and the beautiful a ballerina looks to you, and the harder this girl had to work.
It takes a lot of discipline.
Yeah, it does. It does. It does.
What's like how does your day start out? So your day start, like, what is a day for you? Because obviously a lot of it is physical activity because of your trainings. But you start with you said you do your meditation and your yoga to start the day, right?
Yeah.
And then, what time does your day start normally?
Well, because now I actually do 3 jobs, so it's my day is pretty full. Like a normal day, including La Peur, because when I'm off of La Peur, I just do 2 jobs. When I have shows, I do 3 jobs. So a normal day with La Peur would start maybe like 6. I would wake up at 6. I would do my meditation, my little practice. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I skip it, depending if I want to always prioritize my sleep, because I finish the show honestly at 11 p.m. So sometimes my body and my mind is tired, so I prefer to sleep than force myself to practice. Yeah, but usually 6 a.m. Then, depending, I go to my private clients. I teach to my private clients. Sometimes I have group classes here in Dubai, and then I go to record some content for the Italian app I'm working with of yoga and dance, and then around 2 or 3, depending if I have rehearsal in La Perle or not. But usually I'm always in the theater by 3. I go to the theater, I either do the rehearsal or I do my own rehearsal with the hanging, or I just do some dancing, either ballet or some improvisation for myself and my body. I do my makeup, my hair, and then we usually have some meetings, and then at 6:30 we have the first show until 8, and then we have 1 hour break, and then from 9 until 10:30 we have the second show. And then I wash, and then I go home, prepare dinner, eat, and
again.
And then again.
Do you eat before your performances?
Never.
Never. Empty
Never.
stomach, right? Yeah.
Never. I can't.
Yeah.
Some of my colleagues, they do, but I don't know how they can. Like me, in general, I don't like to eat during the day. I don't really like to eat because I feel that it slows me down. Of course, some snacks I take. I eat some snacks, but I don't like to sit and have a meal, like a proper meal, because I have so many things back to back that having food in my stomach would just makes me sluggish. And for me I need to be relaxed. I need to know that I can chill after if I want to eat a big meal. That's why my biggest meal is after the show.
Really? And you can sleep afterwards?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What's your favorite meal of the day?
Dinner.
Dinner?
Of course. Because it's the
But
best.
if you weren't performing, would it still be dinner?
If I wasn't performing?
Yeah.
No, I think it would be breakfast.
Okay.
I love the idea to wake up and to have a nice
Breakfast
I
in bed.
practice, and then after I have a nice breakfast. I always love the idea of breakfast, Sunday morning breakfast kind of thing.
But I found in Italy, breakfast isn't it's not a very big thing. It's always you go to the cafes and they have a coffee and
croissant, yeah.
croissant
But
or
I told you
pastries or
before, I'm not
No,
Italian.
Yes. What would be your favorite? What's your go-to breakfast? No calories don't count.
Yeah, calories don't. No,
Yeah,
but
okay.
I still wanna be I feel that I'm happy when I eat good food, even if it's sugary, but if it's not processed.
You can have good pancakes.
Yeah,
It's not-
exactly.
yeah.
For me, pancakes are super nice. I love also oatmeal, and I love
Okay.
also a nice acai bowl is always beautiful, or even yogurt and granola. These type of things I'm not a fan of croissant because I feel I'm not feeling fulfilled with the croissant. I would have to eat 3 croissants in order to feel fulfilled. It's just because it's so small. I prefer a good granola and with yogurt or
substantial.
Yeah, substantial.
So if you were on death row,
On
this is
what?
your final meal.
Final meal.
Final meal.
Yeah.
It would be breakfast.
Oh, this is hard question. I don't know. I think maybe it would be maybe a nice pizza. Maybe a good pizza.
So you're going back to your roots. Margherita pizza.
Yeah, I think I would go back to my roots, and then I would say to life, just take me. Yes. Even if I almost never eat pizza, but I love bread. Bread is I think bread is my favorite thing. I could eat bread if they would ask me, okay, you have only one thing that you can eat.
Bread and butter.
I would just eat bread, I think.
Butter or olive oil?
Olive oil. Of course. No, butter no. Olive oil.
Really?
Olive oil, yeah.
For me, butter all day. Good bread and butter.
And butter all day.
Oh my God, yeah.
Where are you from?
Originally from Iran.
From
but
Iran?
Born and raised in England, yeah.
Born and raised here?
In England.
In
Yeah,
England.
I'm from
That's why butter, of course.
Yeah, I'm from London.
I would tell you something.
That's why I know Richmond.
That's why you know
Yeah.
Richmond. I would tell you something. When I was I was in my first years in London. I would live in a foster home, so foster family, and
I never did that. I know what you're gonna say.
you know
Say,
what?
yeah.
So I would open the fucking cupboard, and I would see that the family would keep the butter.
It's an English thing.
But I was like,
Not in the fridge.
what? Well, I was
Yeah, and it just
because
has the
my
thing
mom,
on
she
it.
always keep it in
In
the
the
fridge, and I was
fridge.
like, why they keep it here?
Because you can, then it's just like straight. You can spread it straight away.
Yeah, but this makes you understand how much they use it.
Huh? Yeah. But we never like.
Ah,
in
you
our house-
never in your
No, it
family?
was in the fridge always.
Was in the fridge all the
Yeah,
time? Okay.
always in the fridge. But then it would be so hard that when my dad it wouldn't spread. He would he would cut it like as if it's cheese.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, is that cheese or butter? And like, no, this is butter and this is the cheese. So he would cut like the butter would be like half a centimeter thick, and the cheese would be like 1 centimeter thick. We used to get
Yeah, for me it was so weird. When I saw it, I was like, what is this?
fresh bread is insane. Like my wife started making sourdough bread quite a few
Nice.
years ago, and she makes she's got the whole.
The machine.
No, she cooks it in the oven. She has like there's a special pot and everything like
Yeah.
that. I shouldn't Dutch oven. I don't know what, but she has
Yeah.
the cast iron thing, and she makes it's to die for.
Wow.
It's insanely
But
good.
look, I tell you, I was, Twickenham?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
working-
near rugby.
Yeah.
The rugby thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So actually, yeah, the school is between Isleworth and Twickenham.
Yeah.
Okay, so because I told you, what I want in life is to keep on learning, and to not lose my time.
Okay.
When I feel bored, now I appreciate boredom more, but
Boredom.
Yeah,
Boredom or just peace?
boredom.
Really?
Yeah, for
Okay.
me is now I understood that sometimes is a good component in my life.
Okay.
Because when I'm bored, like to get out from this boredom, it requires me to be creative about it. So I always find a cool way. Like for example, thanks to boredom, I created some project of dance here in Dubai last year or 2 years ago. Thanks to boredom, also I did a ranking. When I feel I don't know what to do, like I need to find a way to push myself to learn something. So I love it. Now I love it. But anyway, when I was in Twickenham, in Rambert, on my nights off from school and in my weekend where I would not go to school, also because I wanted to help financially my parents because it's a big investment to make me study in London, I started to look for a job. So I then find a job in a bakery in Twickenham. So I started to work there. And I love this experience. I would wake up very early to go to work in the bakery. The smell of the fresh bread was amazing. And then I would have to learn how to make coffee, how to sell, how to make quick calculations, how to deal with clients.
Okay.
And I was I told you I was 16, 17. And then the best thing ever, the owner, the boss, he then started to make me do markets. So I would go to the little cities close by and sell bread in the markets. And I remember sometimes it was so cold, but in the last...
The mornings are
the
cold in
morning was
London.
so cold, my God. I remember I needed to put some paper under my feet because this was apparently the way to not be cold in the feet.
In your shoes?
No, where I would stand, I would put this cart.
Really? The cardboard?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And so I have a really sweet memories related to bread and in general to bakery and coffee shops. So for me it's I'm so happy that I decided to, look for a job that was not about dance, and this kind of saved me during also my school times, to release a little bit of pressure that I was putting on myself about, I need to be good in order to find a job because I'm investing all my time
effort,
here and effort. I needed to quit school in Italy in order to go to dance school because it was taking me the whole time,
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, what if I don't make it in the dance industry? I'm screwed. And these are the thoughts that I had in my mind all the time.
My wife's a personal trainer, and it's and in those type of work, your work, her work, you rely a lot on your body, your physical, and there's only so much you can do first. I mean, actually, you can do it for a long time, but it's like for yours especially to be able to do 10 performances a week. That you just said like eventually time will catch up with you, and you'll have to try something else, do something else. Have you thought about? Would you like? Is teaching something you want to do, or would you then, have an understudy and then be the choreographer who to oversee it? How do you see yourself progressing?
Progressing.
Yeah.
Well, I somehow like I don't feel. For me, dance is something so intimate in my life. Like it's thanks to dance, I went through the worst time of my life, and thanks to dance, I achieved the best thing in my life.
Thanks to dance, you went through the worst time in your life.
Yes. So I tell you this.
Yeah.
So I'm a very
to.
I'm a very cliche dancer. So when
Okay.
I was 12, 13,
Yeah.
like I was good in dance, and my teacher, she was very like putting hope on me, to go for competition and to maybe like get into a like very renowned school. So she was like not pressuring me, but she was like relying on me. And of course, I started to develop. I had my first period, so my body didn't really start to change, but started to get a little bit maybe more rounded, or just like changing a little bit the shape. But I was always, you see me, I was always like with small hips, no boobs. Anyway, she then like started to make a comment. She took me on the side and she just said, like you need to be careful about, like your hips and the way you look, your weight. Just be careful. And it was something very small, and to be honest, she even said it quite respectfully. But my young mind took it in a totally different way. And for me, in this moment, she said this, my mind did a click, and then I developed anorexia. So, yeah.
Okay.
So I went in a tunnel, and I just basically started to day by day stop to eat, or eat as little as I could possibly can. Started to lie about what I ate.
So you would just avoid meals.
Yes, I was trying to avoid and to eat as little as possible.
Okay.
And and I was 14, 15, and I was weighing 36 kilos.
36 kilos.
Yeah. So my parents, of course, they were quite scared, because then also the offer to go to London to study arrived, and they were like, okay, but she's not in a mental state to be left alone in another country, Like I was not being able, of course, to take care of myself. I was basically ruining myself and ruining my body.
And your mom and dad knew that this was happening, or
Yeah,
you were
they
lying
could
to them?
see, of course, because I was super skinny, and I changed also the way I was approaching to them, approaching to everyone. Before I was more outgoing, and then I started to become less and less social, always more on inside me, talking less, being a little less happy. Of course, I didn't have food, so my brain was not being able to function, properly. And and then they tried to like make me go to psychologists. I did some session, and then the psychologist said, yeah, I think it's good for her to go into London, and to try to really, I think would be beneficial for her. But they were very scared. In the meantime, I also developed how you call it, bulimia. So I was also bulimic. So yes, I was like a total mess, and I also had suicidal thoughts in my mind. So my mind was really.
How did they come about? Why?
Well, the thing is that I hated myself. I hated the way I was looking, and I just wanted to be skinnier and skinnier because I couldn't control. I couldn't control what was happening around me. I couldn't control what was happening inside me. But the only thing that I could control is my body. So this is how anorexia works. You just, the only thing that you can control is the weight. So you're getting obsessed with the weight. The less weight you have, and the more it means that you have control of it. The more the weight goes out of your control, and the more you get crazy about it.
Yeah.
So of course my mind didn't have enough nutrients, and I started to get depressed because just think about it. When you're super angry, how is your mood?
Down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
is the reply. The
Yeah.
less nutrients you have day after day after day after day, of course, it starts to make you like going down into a spiral. So
Were you still
this,
able to dance though, and like your energy levels must have been?
but my energy just came from my passion. That's it.
Ah,
This
really?
was my
You still
energy.
had the passion to dance.
This I told you, like because of dance, I developed this because of the, let's say, the look and the perfection that we need to achieve, the perfectionist mind that we need to have, let's say, in order to do this, made me develop this. But my passion for the art form saved me.
So it got you through this.
Yes, I was in Rambert school, and on my like, and in Rambert the situation was not really improving. My weight was still low, and I clearly suffered from something because in Rambert, because we were underage. We had like a kind of person that would take care of us or just be our representative kind of. And one day I was vomiting and some blood was in my vomit. So I got scared, and then I called this woman and say, I just vomit out of nowhere, and then we went to the hospital, and of course the doctor said yes, she's bulimic because they can see. And yeah, and then the director of the school, she wanted me to stop studying, to go to Italy to recover, and then when I would be good to come back. But me, this is also a moment that kind of saved me. I was like, no, like I don't let this illness take from me my passion and my dream that is to become eventually a dancer. Yeah. So I used this really low point to lift myself up. And then I said to her, no. Like she said to me, you have to leave, like really. And I said to her, no, I'm not gonna leave.
You were 16.
Yeah, but I told you, I'm very. When I want something, I'm like this. And I said to her, no, I'm not gonna leave. I'm gonna stay. And even if she said tomorrow she said tomorrow I don't want to see you there. And I kept on going in school. My parents knew everything about it. So even she wrote a mail to the parents asking them to come and pick me. And I was super determined. And I didn't speak with my parents at the time. It was like 1 year I didn't speak with them. I was in a very, very bad.
You didn't speak to your parents?
No, because like I saw everybody as an enemy, and that
Your
they
sister?
wanted me. My sister, yes. My sister, yes. But my parents, I think unconsciously I saw them as well, like maybe, yeah, enemies that they maybe wanted to take me and bring me back to Italy. So yes, I was like, okay, now it's getting serious. This illness is getting on my way of actually continuing my passion. So I need to do something about it. So I started to like see a counselor. And she didn't really actively help me, but she started to like offer me tools how to understand my mind. And then I started to see the separation that they talk a lot in anorexia. If you heard the experience from anorexic, I started to see the separation of my mind, like of a part of my mind that was the bad part that was telling me, don't eat this. Inside of my mind, don't eat this, don't do that. And my real self that was, they wanted to protect my body. So I started to see the duality. So from only the bad mind controlling me, I started to see my thoughts, to watch my thoughts and understand, okay, these are only my thoughts that are coming from my trauma, what my teacher said, and the action that I took on the trauma. And then after that, I started to slowly heal and gradually getting out from this. Wow. Deep stuff.
But so when that moment happened and you said no, how long was it from the moment where you said no, I'm not going back, until you, how would you say it? Is you recovered or had control over it, or?
I don't know. I cannot really say it. Like even nowadays, because something that is an experience that is so like inside you that even nowadays I'm very aware, like there are some days, and also as a woman it's very hard, woman that work with the body, like even nowadays sometimes I have thoughts, I don't like my body, or like I ate too many sweets, and I'm like, oh,
You still now you have those.
of course,
thoughts.
of course,
Okay.
but now I recognize them and I don't take action on them. I try to say to myself to be more compassionate with my own body, to be like, okay, I hate these weights, but maybe because my body needs it. Tomorrow is another day, and like I will try to be more healthy, or I I have a different view. Before, I didn't have the tools as being a young student. I didn't have the tools to understand my mind, you know. Now I have them, so now I feel, more healthy, and I don't. I hate when I see influencers that they're like, so this is what I eat in a day to be healthy, and they just show like organic eggs and organic bread. Bullshit. Something healthy is something balanced for me. So I don't feel guilty if I eat some Haribos or some sweets or some chocolate. For me, actually, I'm happy when I eat this, and I feel good about it, because this is what it means to be balanced. It means that I listen to what my body needs, and with balance, I decide to nourish my body how I want.
Yeah.
Because there are some foods that are good for your body, some goods are good for your mind. Sometimes I feel low, and I'm like, okay, I feel a bit hungry. Instead of eating an apple, I eat some sweets, and I feel happy. And I don't care about this. I don't care if it's only sugar. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's good for my mind. So sometimes, yeah, when I see these girls, so the good way is intermittent fasting for 365 days of the year. Like, no, like you need to have room for to be free, to flow, not all the time. To be strict for me is never the way. It's not healthy to be strict.
Yeah.
So this is what I would say.
Yeah.
I learned mostly from my whole experience, balance. And I also have a tattoo, balance, here.
In English,
Yeah,
Italian.
in English.
In English.
But
Okay.
I thought about it. Why I didn't write in Italian? Is equilibrio. It's much more beautiful. But I was
You have
like,
the other arm.
huh?
You can put on
Yeah,
the
I
other arm.
could put it here. Yeah.
Was that your first tattoo?
Yeah, and was my second. My first one, it was a friend that didn't know how to tattoo.
Wait,
That he tattooed me is this, but then they went over when I went to do the other tattoos.
you
Yes.
let your friend tattoo you?
Yes, but he just had this little machine, and I don't know why I
Was
just
he a
felt
real-
rebellious. So I was like, yeah, let's make a tattoo. And what more cliche than an infinite sign?
No, it could have been a dragon or a rose. There's more cliche things.
But yeah, like yeah, it was. I just have these tattoos, and these ones I did in Bali. Like this is a leaf, because I love nature, and like I think in the end, everything that you need to respect is nature of your body,
life,
nature
yeah.
of the way we naturally approach the environment around you, and yeah, balance. Yeah.
You seem very balanced. You definitely seem like a very balanced person.
I don't know if I'm balanced, but of course I'm reaching for balance, and I am every daily I am discovering like my inner self, and how to find peace inside within me, within also by teaching to others, by learning experience of my students, of yoga in general. So yeah, I think my life is structured about this vibe. So yeah, I'm becoming more and more balanced within me, and for me to be balanced is also to be free. I don't feel attached to any of my work. I don't feel that I need. I sometimes, of course, I want to be the best that I can in anything, but I also try to detach from this goal and this pressure that I put on myself. And I think in the end of the day, if I die tomorrow, would I be happy? So if the answer is yes, it means that I'm okay.
You're
So,
content.
Yet, yes, I want to be content every day, and sometimes it's hard, but I try to be really to get back to be grounded all the time, to be fine with my achievements that I had, to be okay with the relationship I built, to what I gave to the people. So if I die, if a car here in Dubai just hit me, I'm fine. So I'm in peace.
Wow. If a car hits me, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so. What?
It's just like very simple. If a car hits me,
I'm fine.
I'm
Yeah,
fine.
my sister, she will be happy because
Your
all
sister
my.
will be happy?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If I die, because I bought an apartment, so I have the life insurance. So if I die, the apartment is gonna be paid, and it's gonna go on my sister name because everything I own
To your sister.
will go to my sister. So she will be happy. So I'm happy that my sister, at least, she will have a flat here in Dubai. Everything is planned, so it's okay.
Wow. Did a lot of that balance, does it come from, like, did you went to Bali? Is that
Yeah.
where you started yoga, or you did that before?
And
Or
no, I always did. I actually started my yoga journey when I got my first job. So I told you, right? I had a huge stage fright
this is in Czech Republic?
in Czech Republic. Yes. So I arrived in the company, and immediately my first performance was Manon, and the choreographer came to create the whole show, and the main character was me. So he needed to create a show on me, and this was a huge project. And when you are main character, all the eyes are on you, and like my stage fright there was at the top. So in order to calm myself down, I was trying to find a way to take care of my body by lengthening my muscle and doing something, and also take care of my mind. So I discovered that yoga was a good thing. People were saying this. So I started to practice, and I here and there sometimes I was doing it when I would feel overwhelmed, or where I would feel that I I wanted to work out, but I didn't want to punish my body. So I was doing that, and then just like through the years, I was keep on coming back to it, and I felt that also yoga really healed me, like reconnecting back to my eating disorder. I feel that yoga really started to teach me how to be more compassionate with my own body, how to love my body back, because me, I hated my body. This is the thing. This is main theme of me. I hated my body. I hated myself. So this reconnected me with my own body, made me more present. So I was like, how did this practice make me do? Like, it felt almost like magical. And then one of my friends, I saw that she went to do the yoga teacher training, and I was like, oh, this exists, like, so I can learn more deeper how this yoga works. So I decided to go to Bali, like, in 3 weeks. I went to do this yoga teacher training, and I
How long
started.
ago?
Was 1.5 years ago, so it's
Okay.
not long time. But yes, I've been practicing yoga for 7-8 years. And yes, so we started to learn about, of course, how to do the pose properly, but the main part was the philosophy of yoga. So I started to really become like, things were resonating with me when the teacher of philosophy, she was explaining them, and then I started to understand why. Also anatomically, like scientifically, why yoga was helping me so much. And then I didn't really want to teach, but then when I came back, I was scared to lose the knowledge of how to adjust people. So I started to teach to friends. I started to just test how I would teach, and then I just saw that people around me were getting positively influenced by my teachings and by just this practice. So I was like, okay, I just keep on going and see, and then I started to teach and teach and teach, and now I got more trainings in, so now I want to keep on training myself to become better teacher and to know more about the philosophy, the roots, the mind. I always been interested in this.
Nice. I've never been to Bali. I'd like to go.
It's an amazing place.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, it's too touristic. I think like 10 years ago was a little bit better, let's say, because now everyone goes to Bali, but it's so magical. It's very magical, and when you go there, like the people are so spiritual. These affect you so much.
Yeah.
Like when you walk in the streets, everyone has their temple in their home, and you see everybody every day make the offering. Like they build this, I think it's bamboo. With bamboo leaves, they create this little plate where they put some rice, some flowers, and some incense to burn. So you walk by the street and everywhere you smell like incense. So it's like very like sacred, especially Ubud. So I think it's one of the best thing I ever did for myself to go there for 3 weeks alone, learn about yoga, learn about the mind, work in the rice field, studying.
Oh, you were working there as well?
No, walking.
Oh, walking.
No, not working. No. But yeah, it was amazing.
I need you to pick a can.
All right.
Any can. Lean forward, you choose, so that no one thinks I've rigged it. Choose any can you want. There's a surprise inside. You have to read the card of one of these cans. You can destroy, it's fine. We can put them back up again. Choose whichever one you want. Okay. Take a card from inside.
All right, and read it.
And read it, and then you'll have to answer it, I think. I don't know what's on these, by the way. The producer puts these together.
Okay. Tell a story of a disgusting habit. I just have a disgusting thing I did during COVID, when I had COVID.
Yeah.
So you know that when you have COVID, usually you don't smell and you don't taste.
Yeah. So you didn't shower? Oh.
So I was because look, I didn't have the test, so I didn't know, but I was thinking, for sure I have, because I cannot, when I put perfume, I cannot smell it, and it's weird. So I was like, okay, let's test it. So I went to the toilet, I shit, I cleaned my ass, and then I smell. I went very close, and I couldn't smell anything, so I was like, okay. So this maybe is this guy. Oh my God. You think about poor boyfriend.
No, I think we're good with that. Yeah, poor boyfriend.
So this is what you don't expect about interviewing a
A
ballerina.
ballerina?
When I said I'm very grounded, this is the groundedness that I
Oh
was
yeah, this is not the grounded
about.
I was thinking. This is we went.
We went like underground.
We went from here to there to the bakery to yeah, and we ended on.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else to say, honestly. I don't know. I don't think I can. I don't think I can beat that. I think.
But come on, this is the best thing that you can try. If you don't have a COVID test at home,
Smell
and
your
you
poop.
Smell your poop, and then you will see.
You know, the thing is,
And okay, thank God that I didn't lick it. Come on. Think about it. If I would have been... I'm not that crazy. At least I didn't lick it. I didn't taste my poop. Imagine.
I don't understand why licking even came into the thought process, to be honest.
Okay, now I want to ask you a question. Also to you. So, look.
Yeah.
Me, there is different type of...
Poop?
Toilets.
Toilet.
There is... You know where I'm going on
Italy? In Italy? The European? The one, the scary ones?
The one like this?
The hole in the floor in Italy?
Yeah. Well, in some places here in Dubai, there are some toilets that instead of going like this, it goes like this. So this means when you poop, it goes like this.
What
so
goes
it's not like
this?
this.
Like the...
You know the thing...
Okay.
So look... Once I was really like, my belly was exploding. I was with my boyfriend, and I was like, I need to go
Are
to
you
poop.
okay this being on, right?
Yes, it's fine.
Okay.
It's funny. I like it. So I was like with my boyfriend, I really need to go to poop. I really need to go to. So I went to poop, and in this mall there was this type of water.
Yeah.
So toilets. So I went to poop, and then I turned back and I saw my whole poop, and I was like, whoa! It was so huge, and I took a video to show to him because I was like, this is crazy.
Why
But
video?
you know,
Why not
I
just
was
a picture?
proud, because when you really need to go to the toilet and then you poop and you feel like 2 kilos less, and then you see the artwork you created, and I was so proud. And I tried as well after. Of course, I needed to flush, but it wouldn't flush because it was so like imponent. So I needed to stay there for like 15 minutes to try to flush, and then and then I went out and I was like, "Look, I poop," and I showed this to him, and I was like, "What are you doing?" But yes, I was so proud of my poop. Come on, everybody has the. Come on, you too. Think about it.
We should leave it on that. Yeah, we'll end on that note.
Yeah. So, wash your hands
Yeah, for 20 seconds, and
for 20 seconds, doing
Yes.
different type of movement. Tika
Yeah.
tika ti.
Sing-
tika,
sing
tika,
happy
ti,
birthday.
Tika tika ti. Yeah, exactly.
Karina, I was not expecting that.
You were not expecting this?
I was not expecting that.
Come on, this was a very vital and fulfilled
yes,
episode.
yes. It was very, 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 very
A
fulfilling.
spiritual awakening.
It was, that you can call it that. I think we have everything we need and then some. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Loved having you.
Thank you.
We'll take a photograph now. Yeah, that was fun.